All right, CrossFit Linchpin, here's a video on handstand push-ups. If you have them, great. If not, somewhere in this progression, hopefully you can find a little key to get better at them and a way to do a substitution or modification in a workout. So if you have handstand push-ups, they look like this. Here's a strict one. Starts locked out, feet against the wall, body straight, head touches, comes back up to the locked out position. You can kick back down. Usually if the workout calls for strict, I'll say specifically that it is strict. If it just says handstand push-ups, you can assume that you can kip if you want to. Here's what a kipping one looks like. The range of motion is the same, but Emily is just going to bend her legs and hips to use some hip drive to assist the push-up and relax. You can, even if the workout calls for kipping, I will say you should always feel free to do them strict. I like it better for pressure on the neck and just overall pressing strength as well. And I don't think that you should do kipping handstand push-ups until you've developed a baseline strength to, let's say, do 3 to 5 strict handstand push-ups. So here's another way that you can do them in a workout, is reducing the range of motion makes it a little bit easier. So we would take an ab mat or a rolled up towel or something else, one of them, two of them, three of them, whatever makes sense for you. Put it down on the floor, and now we're just reducing the range of motion, how far Emily has to press out of the bottom. So it looks like this. And good, relax. Now that's just one. Obviously with 2 or 3, it would make it even easier. Here's the only, and that's a great way to start working them into a workout. But here's the only caveat I would say to that is, it can be really easy that if you suddenly realize that I can do Diane unbroken when I do 3 of them. That's great, but at some point in time you're going to have to take one away and another away and not do Diane broken anymore and allow your time to increase, which may be frustrating, but you'll have to do that to start challenging yourself and actually improving. But it's a great stepping stone. Another thing we can do, and I wouldn't recommend doing it in a workout, but doing it a few times a week as part of your strength or skill session to develop the strength of the handstand push-up, is some negative work. And the only reason I wouldn't want to put it into a workout is generally in a workout we're going to have high volume. Negative work with high volume is potentially dangerous, potentially going down the road to rhabdomyolysis, which is very well covered in CrossFit. If you're unfamiliar with it, go ahead and do a little Googling on rhabdomyolysis, but it's excessive breakdown of muscle tissue. And here's what you can do though to build that strength. She's going to kick up against the wall and then slowly lower her head down, and that's the negative portion. Now we're assuming the athlete doesn't have the strength to press out of the handstand, so what they'll have to do once their head touches the ground is they'll kick down, shake out their arms, kick back up once again, elbows locked out, do another slow negative, and that will be your strength building session. Here's what 1 rep looks like. Regular start position, but then super slow on the way down till the head kisses. Then she comes back down, and if she was doing these, she would shake it out, rest 10 seconds if need be, and do a small handful of them to start to build that strength. The other thing that you could do in a workout is handstand push-ups from a piked position on top of a box, and it looks like this. Let me get right where you are there. All right, so all she's going to do, feet go up on the box, she's bent 90 degrees at the hip, her body's in a straight line, so she's replicating that handstand push-up position. I'm going to put this ab mat under her head just so she doesn't bonk on the concrete, and she'll do a handstand push-up, head touches, back to a locked out position, and go ahead and relax. The only thing, these are quite challenging, and a lower or higher box, you can increase or decrease the difficulty of it. And the only thing that makes this quite challenging also is you can't kip. So you have to have a baseline strict strength to be able to do these. But you could always increase the number of ab mats, and you could always decrease the number of repetitions in the workout as you build towards that handstand push-up capacity.